Hey everybody, my name is Nick,
Mikey.
and we are just talking buckets. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome, welcome. If no, well, currently there's nobody here, but welcome.
That's right. And already stream's off to a good start. Got to find our game, and we are streaming
Oh,
NBA 2K.
welcome to our one viewer. Please chill with us.
Come hang out. There it is. Let's just make sure everything else is good. Oh, this got all messed up. So basically, the story behind this is pretty simple. We had Twitch, their broadcasting service, but it was too slow. It was not what we needed.
So is this Discord now or is this Streamlabs?
This is Streamlabs. That's what it is. Okay, we're good. Anyways, and so we had to switch over to Streamlabs because it was lagging a little bit, and Streamlabs has always been more reliable. So that's why you see us testing things out. Tonight, there is a full lineup of NBA action, and we're going to go over that a little bit. We're going to pick a game, and we're going to see if 2K is as accurate as real life. A lot of games
Hey,
tonight.
hey Nick, share your screen on Discord.
Oh, I thought I did. Oops. Share my screen. All right. There you go. So, as we jump into tonight's action, let's see what's going on around the NBA. We had Denver at Oklahoma City. We had Detroit at New York. If Detroit wasn't so low, I might be interested in that one. Boston at Orlando. Memphis at Indiana. Dallas in Charlotte. Portland in Phoenix. And Milwaukee in Utah. Wow, a lot going on tonight all over the board. What stands out to you as a possible game for us to stream today?
We're getting to the overlapped teams where we've already seen them, but I think maybe Thunder Nuggets. We haven't seen the Nuggets yet.
Okay.
We've seen the Grizzlies. We haven't seen Celtics, but the Magic they're probably the least fun team I can think of to watch.
We haven't seen
Um,
New York yet. New York could be fun.
yeah, we could. Yeah, New York would be fun. New York indeed, that'd be a fun game too.
All
So
right.
I'm down for
Yeah,
either.
I'm down for that. That one is the closest. That is Detroit at New York. And New York is in the East, obviously. They're in the Atlantic Division, by the way. And they're at home tonight. And Detroit is in the Central Division. And they're the away team. We're going to see the NBA winner is the New York Knicks, 108 to 100. They pulled off the victory tonight. And we're going to see if NBA 2K can match that. We're going to see who wins and who loses. It looks like the lead changed only twice, and it was tied 4 times. Detroit had the lead at the end of the first, and then New York came back in the second, third, and fourth quarters to win this game. That's a kind of nice little summary for us over there on NBA.com. Check it out. Leading point scorers for the Detroit Pistons. Who's your guess? Leading Detroit in points tonight. And we're getting
Well,
into the end of preseason, so there's a lot of actual starters playing.
that's the thing. I can never predict what coaches are gonna do
I'll
in
tell you that
preseason, who they're gonna play.
all the starters played a lot of minutes. This is like
For
a
the
regular
Pistons,
game. Yeah. So
Jeremy Grant.
yep, Jeremy Grant with 18 points leading the way. And then all of the role players, Josh Jackson, Isaiah Stewart, Frank Jackson, Saban Lee, Kelly Olynyk, 10 or more, except for Isaiah Stewart only had 7. But that's a good lineup, a good showing by the Pistons. Meanwhile, New York Knicks, same thing. A lot of starters played a lot of minutes. Who do you think led the team tonight?
I'll guess. Let's do Evan Fournier.
Evan Fournier, absolutely not. He only had 5 points in 26 minutes. He's still getting comfortable in the system. It was Julius Randle with 29 points, picking up where he left off last season.
I like to hear that because Julius Randle's on my fantasy team.
Oh, he is?
We're doing a keepers league, and I drafted him in like the 8th round last year.
Oh,
so
no way.
He's like a high quality keeper for my fantasy team.
That is good for you. I think this is going to be a hard one for the Pistons to win, especially with the New York Knicks at home. But just analyzing the lineups, Julius Randle at an 87, the best player on both teams. RJ Barrett higher than Jeremy Grant at 83. And then Kemba Walker also higher. So you got 3 players on the Knicks that are ranked higher than anyone on the Pistons. This should be a clear victory for the Knicks.
Yeah, respectfully, I think Jeremy Grant's better than both. Yeah, I think you're right. He seems like he's better than both RJ and Kemba, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Jeremy Grant. Talk about a guy who last year averaging, just leading the team by far, the best player on the team. He's averaging from 22 and 8, something like that, 7. So he played very well last season.
Beautiful. I wonder if that's because they're in New York. Excellent singing of the national anthem, making me feel like I'm in the stadium tonight as we take a look at the starting lineups for both teams.
Was that the first time we heard the national anthem?
I think so. That's why I was giving it its due. I was giving it a good pause. I wasn't going to rush it. Plus, my ears heard it, and they were like, this is nice. I like this.
That is kind of nice, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. You've got your coaching staff talking about the strategy. If you were coaching, let's say, the home team, what is your game plan? What is your strategy tonight?
If I'm the Knicks coach?
Yup.
I would slow the pace down, first of all. I think the Pistons seem like they'd like to run, and young teams, I think, are less effective in slower games, half-court offenses, and Pistons are very young. So I'd probably just slow the ball down, and then defensively, the Knicks shouldn't have to shoot the best in the league. So I'd just say offensively, make the game go as slow as possible.
Yeah. The only 2 people standing out to me, I guess 3, Cade Cunningham. We'll see if he has a good game in this one. But, of course, no one else really on the Pistons to worry about as much. You respect everybody. It's the NBA. As we switch over to our gameplay tip-off, as the New York Knicks take this one, and Randall hikes it back to Kemba Walker. If Kemba Walker is going to survive and thrive in the NBA, I think this is the place for him.
Yeah, hopefully New York is patient with him too. I hope even if he plays like not very well, they don't get mad at him. They just kind of trust him, just kind of say, okay, this is what we got. We'll give him time, because I think players need that kind of trust to thrive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. And Detroit scoring the first buckets of the game, they don't have the bench that New York has. You got Derrick Rose coming off the bench. You see him sitting over there. Taj Gibson. New York is built for the Eastern Playoff Conference. I don't know how far they go. Maybe they take a step forward. Maybe they go another round. Unless, it's all about matchups. Unless you run into the Bucks. Unless you run into the Nets. It's going to be hard for the New York Knicks to really go into the late playoffs. But you never know. This team could really start to click.
Yeah, you think about like the Heat, the top 4 in the East seem like kind of lost. So honestly, going against any of the top 4, it's gonna be tough for any of the bottom 4 this year particularly.
Yeah. Cade Cunningham gets blocked by Robinson, and Evan Fournier is a good pickup for them. He's just a guy that can ball. That's all you would describe it. He can play, and if New York has guys that can play, it's a good time for the league. As
Well,
they answer.
they lost Reggie Bullock, right? So Evan fills that shooting role that they lost. Reggie was a better defender,
Mm.
played a lot of minutes. So I guess that's the one area they're going to be less effective. But you got RJ, he can guard the best, guard.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mitchell and Julius are grinders down low too. So they should be. I think they're going to take a little bit more of a hit defensively. Offensively, though, I think their hope is to make up the grounds they lost defensively.
Yeah, and Detroit up 4 points in the early going. Fournier's going to get an easy bucket here. And you hope that the Knicks keep their defensive prowess from last year, but they're going to have to score against these high-powered offenses. And they're going to have to defend, too. So we're going to see what the Knicks are made of this year. Julius Randle tonight picking up right where he left off in real life, leading his team to a victory. There's Kelly Olynyk giving it to Jeremy Grant, who's throwing up a shot. But you just wonder what Detroit's trying to do. They're clearly in the rebuild, hoping Cunningham can blossom in the next couple years.
Yeah, I think that, rebuild mode, right? I think they're expecting to lose a lot of games. So as many draft picks as they can get, I think they'd be happy with. Yeah, this is not a winning roster by any means.
We got a question from the chat. Who are y'all most excited in watching this season? I know I'm excited to watch the Lakers, but I'm kind of a Lakers fan. Obviously, I'm wearing my Lakers championship sweatshirt tonight. The other team that I'm excited to see specifically, I know it's kind of a California bias, but I'm really hoping the Warriors are fun again.
Yeah, Warriors is it's a good pick.
Eastern Conference. Who are you excited to see in the Eastern Conference, Mikey?
You probably already know my answer, but the Bulls. I've said it a couple times. I think the Bulls look so fun this year. Even their preseason highlights have been they've been super fun to watch. You got Alex Caruso hooping off the bench. I think their players just play off each other super well. So that's going to be really fun to see if they can land a playoff spot.
And for me personally, I agree. I think that's a great answer. For me personally, they've got two guys who went to UCLA. They've got Alex Caruso just coming off the Lakers team. So, familiar faces for me and really exciting talent, young, a little bit of experience now. Plus, they're the Bulls. Any red and black coming at you on the court is always it gives you chills. It gives you chills. They've got the classic look, and they have a lot of swagger this year too. So, yeah, I would
Zach
say
LaVine. Zach LaVine is that dude too. He really is.
Yes, he is.
I think he's so good. This year, he might be in the conversation. Devin Booker got a lot of love last year. I think Zach LaVine's right there with him, and that's a hot take because Devin Booker is also that dude. But
yeah, Devin Booker can score. Zach LaVine obviously can dunk. He's a dunker for sure. And Detroit, New York, hanging tough, 8-8 early on in the first quarter. Nerlens Noel doing work on the boards. And there's Derrick Rose, speaking of the Bulls, passing it up to Julius Randle, who gives it a hammer down with the left-handed slam. We got 4 seconds left in the quarter. They're going to have to put up a shot, and they do. Oh, almost takes the lead. New York 10-8 at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, speaking of fun teams to watch too, I think the Knicks are also going to be very fun.
Really?
I just have a feeling they might be slightly underwhelming because they landed names. Kemba's a big name, and that play that he that level of play that he used to play at, that Kemba Walker play, I don't think is there anymore. Evan Fournier, he can play, right? But you expect this Knicks team to win.
Games.
I expect them to win just as many games.
Yeah.
And they were a 5th seed last year.
Yeah, that was really good for them. Speaking of teams around the NBA, this is crazy. The Dallas Mavericks beat the Charlotte Hornets 127 to 59. Can you believe that? That is insane. That is absolutely crazy.
Yeah,
Why
but
did they do that to the Hornets, though? Why did they do that to that man?
that's preseason for you. I bet you the coach.
So sad.
I bet you the coach was just like, I don't even care about this. Let's just play art into the bench players because this is the last time they're gonna play. We got another question, by the way. Who's a really underrated rookie coming in last draft? I know I'm really excited in watching. Yves Pons. He can block like no other. I don't. He's definitely a future defense team player. I like that we have somebody who knows personnel like this. Maybe he can teach us some stuff. But in last draft, who am I excited for? I'm really excited for Book Night. Speaking of New Orleans, just right away, he seems like he can just score. Like, we have a couple of players like that, like Book Night, and then the rookie from the Nets too.
Oh, he was giving teams work. What's his name? Look it up. Yeah, he's gonna be good this year.
Just certified buckets. Like, there's a couple of them. There's like 5 of them who are already just like.
I never can predict Rookie of the Year. Like, that is one of those awards that you just have no idea what the heck is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because injuries, time playing, all that stuff. It's another timeout. Time to look around the league a little bit more. The Suns beat the Trailblazers 119 to 74. Devin Booker suited up tonight. He had 17 points. And Damian Lillard in the losing effort looks like he put in 12 of his own. The Trailblazers are a big question mark for me. Huge question mark. Yes, they're going to be good. Like, Damian Lillard is going to have a good team. But you don't know about these players around him. Who's your favorite team, LXBK? You're really into basketball, have no life. I mean, we try to have a life, and we try to watch as much as we can. That's why we started this show, because we just want to talk buckets all day. So thank you for joining us, and hopefully you have some insight, too. This is kind of what we're trying to do. We're just hanging out, talking hoops.
After the stream, I'm definitely going to look up Yves Pons highlight. Because
where did he go to school? Is he
He played for Tennessee.
Okay.
But it says he's a French basketball player, so he
Nice.
probably played in France for a while.
Nice.
He's on a 2-way contract with Memphis, so.
Gotcha. Yeah, it looks like New York's hanging on to this lead, and of course, if New York wins, we'll put another win mark on our books, and we're getting ready for the real season as we come along. During the real season, we're going to run a simulation for all the games that happen, and then we're going to watch one and commentate on it, and then see if 2K is as accurate as the rest of real life. Oh, looks like we got a Grizzlies fan over here.
Nice, Grizzlies. That's actually going to be a fun team to watch, too.
That's one of those teams you cross your fingers and you hope, like, don't get injured, like, play excited, and then you never know what's going to happen. They've got a fun young team that definitely is hungry. I mean, it's a Grizzlies pun a little bit, but they are a hungry team.
Yeah. The reason why they're exciting is because it's like every year they're going to have something to prove, even though they played well. Like, they made the playoffs last year. But I feel like they're still looked at as like, oh, but it's the Grizzlies, like John Morant, Jaren Jackson, sure.
Nice dunk by Cunningham.
But I feel like they only have more to prove, and they're not a team that has all these expectations, and those teams tend to flourish when they have talented rosters, and Memphis does, for sure.
Yeah. They've got shooting, they got speed, they got strength down low. They have it all. Now it's just, can they sustain that over a whole season? They don't get the benefit of the doubt like the Lakers, who honestly could be great or could struggle. So they have to prove it, and they kind of know it. That's like the small market team. That's how the Grizzlies always have been, right? They've always been a grinded out kind of team, and that's why people really love that team. You think Mark Gasol, you think Rudy Gay, Mike Conley when he was younger. Like, that was a fun team to watch. Rudolph, right? What was his name? The bowling ball down low. Was it his
Zach
last
Randolph.
name? Zach Randolph, not Rudolph. Yeah, Zach Randolph. Like, you think of that team and you think playoffs every year. Super exciting. And they're basically, defensively really good. They're basically the opposite of what the Detroit Pistons have been, unfortunately.
I will say I'm excited for the Pistons though, dude. Imagine if like Detroit, if they had a good squad again.
Mhm.
Like I hope this rebuild goes well for them because they've been struggling since the Bad Boys. They've
Yeah.
been struggling. Name the last like
You can't.
I can't like the Pistons.
It's been basically 20 years now that they've just not been great. And
I guess well that championship 1 year championship year, right? But
yeah.
yeah, about 20 years. Almost 20 years now.
Ooh, nice putback by Robinson. I almost call him Duncan Robinson, but that's not Duncan Robinson. As Detroit is still holding on to this lead against New York. Back to Cunningham up at the top, swinging it over to Jackson. Back over to the other Jackson. Looks like they're trying to post up Jeremy Grant on RJ Barrett. That's a good. They missed the opportunity there. Cunningham for the three. Does not knock it down. Can Cunningham shoot?
He can. Yeah, he's really good. Like he's a calm looking player. It's kind of like what's cool about him, but he's just all around great player. He definitely should have got number one. It's just different games translate differently in the NBA.
Yeah. What about Zaire Williams, Mike? That's going to be a bust.
Zaire Williams, I did watch a couple highlights on him, not in depth. Santi Aldama is playing so much better than him. He was the very last pick in the second round, and dude's giving me Pau Gasol vibes.
And Robinson going off in this game, catching lobs and dunking it down hard, pushing New York to a 23-19 lead. Cunningham for the shot, and he's just throwing up brick after brick right now, just not having a great game. He's trying his best, but unfortunately not going super well for him as the Knicks take a halftime lead into the locker room.
I feel like that's how it's going to be a lot. We're going to have to struggle through that a lot watching 2K is just like contested shots. Like I notice a lot of time momentum just stops and dudes will just shoot with the hand in their face. Like that doesn't happen in the league.
We have it all the way up to Hall of Fame, which I don't know if that's good or bad. I guess we could like put everything up to 99. We can experiment with that actually and see what our sliders are to give us like the best product. Because right now it's like you get some good stuff, but you don't get everything. Maybe if there's let's get to the halftime report as the Knicks are shooting 55%, Pistons shooting 36%. We got some blocks, some steals. Otherwise, a pretty even game. This one can go either way, and in real life, this one was pretty close. The Knicks winning by 8, so we'll see if they can double that lead and match their real life counterpoints exactly. Let's see if I can move some sliders before we go. Let's go into our game options here. CPU user sliders. All right, so it's Hall of Fame. Should we just go 99 and see what happens?
Yeah, let's try it. Anything would be better than this, I think. We can just keep messing with these things.
Okay, so we'll go all
success.
Like
100 would be like they're not missing. Is that?
I don't know. We're
right?
gonna see because the defense is also gonna be. If it messes it up for the second half, that's fine. Like we're tinkering around here, but
yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah,
definitely. Because we've been in the 50s. Yeah, there's defensive settings. So like we've been in like if we put defense to 0 and this to 100, then everything's gonna be crazy. But if it's all 100, I don't know if that changes things. I think we do get more dunks if you're open. You're gonna get more exciting play. Which I'm okay with. Like, why not? It'll be more fun. And we could always change it for the next stream. One player I'll say that I do miss is Pau Gasol. 100%. Love that player. great Laker, just great basketball player in general.
Jersey retired, baby.
You think so? You think it's going to go up in the rafters?
I think it already did. Yeah.
It did?
I think it did, dude.
No way.
I like just last week, I think I saw
They didn't
it,
even
it
wait?
was next to Kobe. It was next to Kobe's 24. Maybe they're saying
How did I miss
maybe
this?
it didn't happen yet. It probably didn't happen. They would wait for a regular season game, but
What the heck? Yeah, how did I
there
miss
was like
this?
I think I saw maybe it was like a painting or something of the Knicks movies.
Interesting.
But I think it's for sure gonna happen if it's not already.
Because he won 2 championships. Obviously, was a big part of that.
Well, he's just such a beloved figure in Laker land now. It's just like Pau Gasol. Who's gonna say no to that? Without Pau, we don't get those 2 rings at all.
That's true. And then you have the other side of that, his brother, who's a little bit past his prime, I think. But yeah, I agree. I think Cade Cunningham, especially with I don't think their record's going to be good, but like he will have a great season putting up points. I don't know if he's going to average 30. I hope he does. Maybe the Pistons win some games then. I could see him being like 26. Like that would be an amazing season for him.
I think it really depends on what kind of player he wants to be, because you see some players enter the league and they're like they want to pass the ball. They want it to be known that they're an unselfish player. Like Kobe was like, I'm putting these shots up,
Yeah.
like right away, I'm putting these shots up.
But also he was on a team with expectations at the same time. Like,
yeah,
that's
true. Yeah. So I think Cade definitely has a skill set to do that 100% already. It just depends on what the coach wants from him, what kind of culture he wants to create, Killian Hayes is their point guard, which I personally think he's not anything special. Like, he might be in the future a decent point guard, but it's like I would definitely give the ball to Cade and let him and Jeremy Grant rock out, because that's the only other person.
Should I not do the foul frequency? I feel like we don't want to watch these fouls.
Yeah. You should turn those down, actually. Turn fouls down.
No, fouls are okay. Like, they're fine where they are. Speed with ball. Okay, I don't want to change movement. That's fine. All right, save settings. Woo! New game sliders. Let's call this 2K. Can I type this? Oh, heck yeah. That's one advantage of having a computer and not a controller. You can just save game sliders. All right, here we go. Let's see if that changes anything. I don't know if it will, because it's just like you're going back to everything's 100, but you never know. I'm hoping for good stuff.
We'll see.
The Kings. We talked about the Kings. Do you feel bad because the trade didn't go through? I love the Kings and hate the Kings. Like, if the Kings were always good and we're beating the Lakers, I would hate them. But it's kind of like we go to Kings games like around Thanksgiving normally, because that's when they usually play the Lakers, and it's easier than going to Staples Center. Already got a bucket. That's nice. We're picking up. This is good. And they're constantly rebuilding. They're another team that's constantly rebuilding.
Yeah, we were just talking about what if Ben Simmons went there last stream, and we both think that would be awesome for the Kings. Like,
yeah,
keep one of Buddy Hield. Keep 2 of Buddy Hield, Davion Mitchell, De'Aaron, and Tyrese. Keep 2 and send the other 2 to Philly. I think that's the best trade for Philly. In my opinion.
This game's already picking up, Mike. We've already seen some like actual real life plays.
Really?
We had a put back on one end, and then we had just kind of a dribble drive dunk. And the defense isn't any worse, but like you get guys making actual moves, as that was a great steal.
Movement. Yeah.
The movement is more realistic already. I like the sliders.
It's more fun to watch already, yeah.
Cunningham, let's see what he does. Post up Grant, dude. Oh. Nice block. Olynyk's already needing Gatorade, and the third quarter just started. That man needs to get into the weight room, run some suicides. He needs to get going. My goodness. As Robinson's having a great game, then just gets taken out for doing something good. Thanks, Coach. Great work. Come have a seat. Nerlens Noel boxing out. That's a wide open bucket. Yep.
Corey Joseph keeps a job. He's one of those players. I had no idea he was still in the league.
Go get him,
Corey
Nerlens.
Joseph on the Pistons. Maybe that veteran presence, Maybe he'll teach Kate a few things.
Olynyk needs Gatorade still. What a terrible alley-oop. We might have to turn the alley-oops down. They've already thrown a couple. They're throwing alley-oops like every other play.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, get that man some Gatorade, Olynyk. Jeez Louise. Have a seat. Taj Gibson finally checks in. This is a fun duo. D Rose, Taj Gibson. Shout out to the Bulls. Really good Bulls teams back in the day.
How old is Taj? What do you think?
He's probably in his he's probably like 30 some. He's 34. He's up there for sure. He's been in the league a long time. Why? How old is he? Did I get it right?
I feel like you probably are close. Let me see. He's 36, bro.
Dang, I thought he was up there. For sure. He's been in the league a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, wide open for Rose. Drains it. Great play by the Knicks, running out of the timeout. Knicks shooting 54%. Pistons shooting 42%. D Rose is hounding Joseph. Gets the steal, but can't get the wide open dunk. Lots of steals. I love it. The energy feels like it's like picked up. And a good foul.
Yeah. Faster pace, yeah.
Yeah, definitely faster pace. Guys are going for it. You're not wasting so much time. Because that was
Emmanuel
definitely
Quickly. Every time I watch Emmanuel Quickly play, he's like nasty in my opinion. He's so good, dude.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe I just always watch him when he's having a good game because that happens sometimes, but like he looks so good every time I watch him.
I'm trying to see if our alert box is working, but I cannot tell. So I'm sorry if you gave us a follow and it just didn't work or anything else. We're, like I said, this is our preseason, so we're still working out the kinks here. Dude, yeah, the Hawks, again, going to be fun. Ben in Sacramento would be nice. Kyle Olynyk makes it uncomfortable. Imagine being guarded by him. Yeah, in high school, I played with a guy who was just dripping wet immediately. And so he was obviously a post player, like a Kelly Olynyk style player. And you just didn't necessarily want to, box him out, and coach would yell at you. But he's like, some dudes just automatically drip down.
Dripping.
Hey, thanks for the follow. I guess it is working. Let me move it down. I have to make our notifications custom because I have those ready to go. We just haven't, since we switched yesterday, haven't uploaded those. So appreciate the follow. Thank you so much. Come hang out with us another day as we'll just be talking buckets. Our stream schedule right now is Sunday through Thursday. So we get Fridays and Saturdays to be with our families and do work and do other things. But all other days of the week, we will be right here. It's all good. Yeah. One thing that I like about doing this is it forces us. Ooh, and one by quickly getting the foul at the bucket to go. That was a beautiful play.
Right on cue.
Right on
My
cue.
guy.
That's your guy. But like, yeah, it's gonna be. You ever see that NBA TNT overtime where it's who he play for? You ever seen that that they do with Chuck?
Yeah.
And Chuck never know who he play for. He just he just throws out a guess. I feel like in a couple of weeks we're gonna be really good at this. Who he play for? Oh, I know he play. I saw him on 2K. Like that's why I like 2K.
Some of the deeper like two-way players, like that Memphis guy that he said. Like those are hard. But we gotta get better. We gotta get better. And the fun questions also is where did they go to college? I want to get better at those.
Yes, that's what we play at my friend's house whenever we're watching a game together. Nice shot by Cunningham. Or is that Jackson? That's Frank Jackson. He's got a -9, not having the best game. Hopefully it turns around for him as New York is up 33 to 29 late in the third. I really haven't seen RJ Barrett do a dang thing. Oh, my goodness, Mikey. Quickly going off, dude.
I'm telling you, that boy nice.
He's like, get out of here with that, man. That's not a foul. Come on, ref. Emmanuel quickly. Watch this. Jackson, hand down, man down. Ooh.
Yeah, bucket, dude. But RJ really isn't the type of player that 2K likes, to be honest.
Why is that?
He doesn't create very much on his own. So it's like he's a great catch and shooter. He can create on his own. Like in college, he was nasty. But like, yeah, his play style isn't like, it doesn't feel like a 2K play style.
Yeah, we'll see.
And he's like a defensive ace too.
And yeah, the Knicks are playing really great defense, holding, as I say that, the Pistons to 31-3. Obviously, the 5-minute. I'm really curious once we get the stream like up and running. Yeah, let's do it. Let's play. Test us. Heck yeah, let's do it. And I don't know how much we're lagging, so if the chat is super off, we apologize for that. But we're still trying to figure out how we do that. Anyways, what was I saying? I forgot. But that'd be a fun game. Let's do it.
Yeah. The Hawks also. That's going to be a fun team. I hope the Hawks and the Knicks play each other again in the playoffs.
That would be amazing. But then that would mean the Hawks have to rise pretty high they miss an alley-oop right here.
Yeah, the Hawks. Well, the Hawks were a 4 seed last year, weren't they?
And Knicks were 5. No, it was switched. I think Knicks were 4.
Yeah,
Hawks were 5, and that was the upset. Sam Merrill. I want to say he's on the Timberwolves.
Sam Merrill. That does sound like a Timberwolves name for some reason, huh?
All right, I'll look it up so you don't have to type it in.
Yeah. I'll say
he's on the Grizzlies. Of course, I should have known he's on the Grizzlies. He started with the Grizzlies.
Yeah, we
shooting guard. He started with the Grizzlies.
I should have said Grizzlies.
I got you. That's good. All right, Cunningham's going to try to get the last shot as New York has moved ahead by 9 points at the end of the third. I'm seeing the Gatorade Cup a lot more.
He dropped 30 tonight. Ooh.
He's making the most of his minutes. Who's that?
Dude, the Grizzlies.
Nice buzzer beater. Is that quickly again? That was RJ. Good job, RJ.
Barrett. But the Grizzlies are good at drafting and developing players. Like they're like Bane for them is nice.
Yeah, you have to be. Let's take a look at the Grizzlies score tonight since we're looking at it. They played the Pacers, lost by 2. And you're right, Sam Merrill, 30 points, leading the way for the Grizzlies. Not enough, unfortunately. Not that it matters in the preseason, but it's fun to say.
Yeah.
John Morant didn't play. Kyle Anderson didn't play. Bane didn't play. The Pacers were led by Sabonis, had 24. And is that Jeremy Lamb on the Pacers? It is. Jeremy Lamb's on the Pacers now, just in case you didn't know. All right, you're up next, Mike. Matt Lewis. Don't think about it too hard.
Matt Lewis. That sounds like a Toronto Raptor.
All right, let's check it out.
It's not. I know for a fact.
Do you want to try again?
Matt Lewis.
Wait, hold on. Nope.
They have another Matt.
Matt Lewis plays for Minnesota Timberwolves.
He's playing with us now. He said the team that you just guessed.
I know, dude. This guy's thinking.
All right, so keep Raptors in our head now. Let's see if we can figure out the scheme.
We just gotta get a good one. We got a good one here. We gotta get lucky. Is what it turns out to be at the end of the day.
These are deep cuts, dude.
I love it.
I'm not a basketball fan. I love this.
I mean, it's not as hard as baseball. Baseball is insane. Like I couldn't even there's just rotation players. There's pitchers. So if you really know baseball, like shout out to you. That would be fun to maybe do a baseball stream if we knew more baseball. But at the end of the day, Walker draining a wide open bucket. This is NBA basketball right here. All right, it's my turn to guess. Terry Taylor. Terry Taylor. I am. I need a hint. Can I get a hint, please? Is this Eastern or Western Conference?
Terry Taylor. Let me see. I'll look this one up.
I want to say he went to Baylor, but I'm just saying that because he rhymes with Baylor. Nice dunk. Scoring by quarter, Knicks in double digits, 19 in that third quarter to pull away just a little bit more. Give me a hint, Mike. Eastern or Western Conference. Give me a hint. Eastern or Western Conference.
It's Eastern.
Eastern Conference team. Terry Taylor is on the Raptors.
No, Terry Taylor is on the Pacers, which we did reference the Pacers too.
Nice.
He's a shooting guard.
Little shooting guard. All right,
Undrafted.
one more look around the league tonight as we go. Celtics Magic actually had the best game of the night. Orlando beat Boston 103-102. I don't think anybody played in this game, though. I guess Jabari Parker, who's on the Celtics, is a nice pickup for them.
Jabari?
Yeah, but Tatum didn't play. Smart, Schroeder. Gosh, rest in peace, Schroeder. R.I.P. 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 Oh, Enes Kanter. Do you know Enes Kanter? I know who Enes Kanter's on. What teams do he play for? Who he play for?
Yeah, and yeah. Well,
who he play for? Come on.
I was just looking at the Celtics box score and I saw Enes Kanter, so that's not really fair.
Well, that one's easy. I would have got that one.
Yeah.
Because Enes Kanter, I hate Enes Kanter, dude. I mean, if he was on your team, you'd root for him, but like otherwise, he's kind of like a Zaza Pachulia type guy. It's kind of annoying. Ooh, nice step back by Jeremy Grant. Knicks hanging on to a 10-point lead. Kemba Walker's leading the Knicks with 12 tonight. Jeremy Grant got 14. He's leading the Pistons. Rose and Fournier on the court at the same time. A little bit of throwback. Randall's there to clean that up, and he shot that right-handed. Was that not a right-handed shot by Julius Randle? You'd never see that. He grabbed the rebound, and he went up with the right hand. I don't know if that is a glitch or what.
Those lefties tend to be able to do both, dude.
You talking about me? You got my left hand?
Yeah.
Although I shoot right-handed, but I write left-handed, and so
That's actually weird. You shoot right-handed. That's actually crazy.
This is my bucket arm, and this is my eating hand. This is for buckets only.
You swing a baseball bat. Which do you prefer, lefty or righty?
Hit right, but I can do switch.
That's so wild.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's just like, and I've been training myself to kick left-footed as well. That's another thing that I've been working on.
Kick left-footed?
Yeah, so like when I'm playing soccer in the backyard with my son, he doesn't care about sports right now. He's, a little baby still, but I kick a soccer ball around, and I do it both feet, so I get better at it. We already talked about Mavs Hornets, and then Bucks Jazz. The Jazz won 124-120. Jordan Clarkson had 18. Chris Middleton had 25 in a losing effort there. Antetokounmpo played. Yeah, everybody's playing for the Bucks. They are hard charging for a repeat this year, which that could very well happen. I think that could possibly happen.
Honestly, I hope Kyrie doesn't play because that'll even the playing field. You know what I mean?
You think it's a wrap? You think it's already a wrap in the East? I don't know.
If a Kyrie plays, if they're healthy, it's absolutely a wrap.
No one has a chance. You're saying right now, no one has a chance to beat the Brooklyn Nets.
Bro, if Kyrie plays, that's exactly what I'm trying to tell you.
Dang. Good for Steve Nash. I love me some Steve Nash.
Even without Kyrie, they're my favorites. Without Kyrie, bro. They're still my favorites.
Really?
Sure. Bro, they got Paul Millsap in
old.
Okay, but it's Paul Millsap. Even if he gives you 15 minutes a night, those are nice 15 minutes.
Okay.
And their other big who retired. I can't believe I can't think of his name. It's the Spur. He just left the Spurs. You know what I'm talking about?
Patty Mills. Patty Mills?
No, the big man.
Uh,
Uh,
oh yeah, LaMarcus Aldridge.
LaMarcus Aldridge. He's still nice.
Okay.
Like, that's way better than DeAndre Jordan. And yeah, they got Patty Mills and they got a top
No,
five
LaMarcus
shooter.
is old. He hopefully he's okay. Like he had some health issues, had to bow out last season. Hopefully he's back because we all love LaMarcus. But not convincing me so far. Keep going.
Patty Mills.
He's
disgusting.
nice. He's nice. He should have went to the Knicks. I like him better, Evan Fournier.
And I haven't even mentioned the top 5 3-point shooter in the entire league.
Who?
You know who he is.
Who? Screw you. You don't know. You don't know his name.
Yes, I do. I'm not gonna look it up. His name is what's his name?
LeBron James.
LeBron James. And they have LeBron James.
And they have LeBron. I demand a trade to the Nets.
His name. Oh, Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas is the rookie they have.
Mm-hmm. That's
By
who
the
you were
way,
talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Joe Harris, dude.
Joe Harris.
And I haven't mentioned Blake Griffin.
Okay. Well, okay. But what has Blake Griffin ever done? Nothing.
You're disrespectful.
You know what's disrespectful is the New York Knicks against the Detroit Pistons. This is how I expected it to go. Just
For sure.
absolutely awful showing by Detroit right now. And this is unfortunately how their season is going to go. You know, starting off strong and then just not enough in the tank at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Nice shot by R.J. Barrett. They're just burying them. Coach, you need a timeout, coach. 48 seconds left in this one. Jeremy Grant heard me and says, I still have a little bit left. I'm still on fire. As D Rose is going to take the last couple possessions real slow. Good defense. Move your feet, son. Nice shot. Sorry, Olenek. Your defense is bad. Pretty much, this is how the NBA kind of works. If you're not good at defense, they score on you. And I think that's how this is. Like, if you have a mismatch on whoever's guarding you, just like stats-wise in the NBA 2K world, like, this is what's going to happen is you're going to get scored on.
Yeah, pretty much.
And they're gonna let the clock dribble out. New York 62, Detroit 48. And you know what that means? That means that the NBA winner, the New York Knicks, is also the NBA 2K winner as well. That about wraps this one up. New York taking the preseason victory over the Detroit Pistons. Mikey, what are your takeaways from this game?
Takeaways
Or just from our stream?
from the stream. I think I need to look closer at the different rosters, look a little bit more deep, especially if we're doing this. What happens is during regular season, because of fantasy, I just get to know the personnel a lot. I'm on it every day, and I'm looking at stats super closely.
Okay.
So once the NBA starts, I'm going to be familiar with all these new guys. But yeah, I think the Knicks, maybe I'm a little bit more excited to watch them after this game, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's.
What about you?
I think my takeaway has just been confirmed that the Detroit Pistons are still the Detroit Pistons as we take a look at the box score plus minus heroes. Julius Randle leading his team. Actually, he might not be the highest. Yes, he is. 14. R.J. Barrett putting in the work today. Evan Fournier. Everyone who you would expect to do well does. Except for Kemba Walker. He had 12 points. You think his plus minus would be a little bit better. But on the flip side, you take a look at the Pistons. And unfortunately, your plus minus is going to be a little bit uglier. Minus 17 for Josh Jackson. Minus 16
Josh Jackson.
for Frank Jackson. Stewart, let's see how far. Our guy Jeremy Grant was minus 7. Cade Cunningham minus 5. Although
Okay,
Jeremy Grant responsible for 27 of their points. That is a game for him. Take a look at our team comparison here. The free throws, Detroit beat the Knicks at the free throw line, but pretty much everything else going in the Knicks' favor. Time of possession, interestingly. The Knicks played faster, were more efficient, and that's going to get the job done. Wow, that's crazy. So that leaves us with our game record so far at 2 wins and 1 loss. I'm really interested now in what the faster pace, the all other stuff that we've been kind of the sliders going higher, what that does.
I mean, it was better to watch for sure. It was less just standing there dribbling.
Yeah, and that's what we want. We want the excitement. We want to get moving.
Yeah.
That's nice. Let me see if I can refresh this. Refresh. There we go. Game record 2-1. Last played. Not the Jazz beat the Pelicans. Where's my Knicks? Refresh. Knicks beat the Pistons. Well, guys, like I said, thanks for hanging out with us. LXBK, thank you so much for the follow. Thanks for giving us a little bit of some fun NBA trivia to keep us sharp. We'll be back here tomorrow night, 7:30. Let's take a look at tomorrow's games and see what the previews are for the NBA tomorrow. I know there's a big game in Dodgerland tomorrow, Game 5, but we got some NBA action tomorrow. We got the 0-5 Lakers playing the 3-0 Kings. We might come by and simulate that one, but we might want to watch the Nuggets Thunder, the Timberwolves and the Nets, or maybe Heat Hawks. We'll have to see. Haven't they played before? We already watched that one.
I feel like we did. Yeah, we did. We did.
So that's where we'll be tomorrow. Mikey, thank you for being a great co-host. And for you, any last words?
Around the same time. Yeah, I get off our work at 7, so as soon as I get back, probably 7:30, 7:45 is a good start time.
All right.
But
we're going to do it. As always, thanks for watching, and keep talking buckets. We'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.